Well, Dave Rudbarg here, CoachMeDave.com. For some reason I haven't been able to get on Facebook Live today, so I'm doing this on my phone. I'll put it on YouTube, I'll put it on Facebook, whatever. So Dave Rudbarg, CoachMeDave.com. And the conversation I want to have with you today is about your beliefs about love. I've been thinking a lot about love in the last week. A lot. And what I've noticed about myself is as it's been presented to me, I found myself coming up with all the reasons why it was a bad idea to let love in. And evidence, proof, all these different things. But the reality is that being loved is scary. It's really scary. And I think for a lot of us, we're unaware of how frightened we are of love. And we find lots of reasons and lots of deflections to keep love out. Things like, people don't understand me. Nobody gets me. If only somebody really loved the real me, that would be great, but that's not going to happen. Another one is, of course, one that I hear a lot of women saying about, I'm a strong woman, and men can't handle a strong woman. Strong woman being a euphemism for a woman who has been hurt badly and is really not okay with ever allowing for that experience again. And then there's the kind of love you don't let in when you don't know what you're doing. So men sometimes who did not have the advantage of growing up with a strong male role model who modeled what fathering is all about, don't know how to be a father and don't know how to be a husband. As a matter of fact, a lot of us men don't know how to do that. Now, I've never had the privilege of being a father. I have been a husband, and I was not great. This is many years ago. But men don't know how to be intimate. We don't know. We like to be successful, and we like to feel successful, and we will go concentrate on those areas in order to feel successful. And it will look like we don't care. But the reality is that we don't want you to know that we don't know what we're doing. And, the flip side of that is that sometimes women don't know what they're doing either. When it comes to intimacy, when it comes to love, when it comes to a willingness to look inside of ourselves and see what those core beliefs have been and where they came from and how they impacted us. And whether they were ever true at all. Whether they were ever true at all. Or whether they were results of wounds from the wounded. Wounds from the wounded. And what love can do, and should do at its best, is take some of the arrows out of your back. The arrows you don't know are there. The arrows you think are life. And the willingness to explore that. The willingness to explore that and to look at your anger or your victim identity as a coat you wear or a badge of honor. It's not a coat, it's not your clothing, it's not a badge of honor, it's something that limits you, that keeps you from having the things that are in fact your birthright. And that's love and intimacy and joy. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking, well, that's not my legacy and birthright, and nobody has the right to that, I don't deserve it, and you have to work hard to get love, you don't. You don't have to work hard to get love. Because if you're working hard to get love, you're not available